Hello Year 3 and welcome to Lesson 1 this week of our spelling. And our spelling words today are heard, heart, height and history. And we'll also be looking at adding the prefixes by and re. And remember that prefixes go at the front of a word and in front of a root word. But we'll look at that a little more later. Are you ready? Let's go. So these words, what do they mean? I want you to write some ideas in your book. We've got heard, we've got heart, we've got height, and we've got history. I wonder why I pointed back into history there. Copy those words into your book neatly 3 times after you have written your definition for each of those words. Yep, so copy those words neatly 3 times. Pause the video now and unpause when you're ready to continue. And we'll move on in 3, 2, 1. Okay, the next part that we have is target words. Woohoo! And the first one is heard. And we're going to use letters from the target word to create new words which match each clue. So, for example, our first clue is the past tense of have. And it's going to be 3 letters long. So what 3 letters from heard can we use to fill in that clue? I'll leave that bit up to you. The next clue is a group of cows, that's 4 letters, and then a loving name, that's 4 letters. And then finally, I want you to cover up that word on your screen so you can't see heard, and then try to spell it underneath. Once you've done that one, then we're going to move on to the next word, which is heart. So you'll fill in these clues again, and then try and spell heart at the bottom. Pause the video now, because I'm going to go to the answers, and you need time to work it out. So I'm going to go to the answers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, the past tense of have was had. A group of cows was a herd. A loving name, dear. And herd is spelt H-E-A-R-D. So it's like here, but with a D on the end. With heart, a sticky black material was tar. You shed this when you're upset, tear. And someone who dislikes everything is a hater. Now cover the word and spell it here. That's H-E-A-R-T. Well done for having a go at those. And let's move on to the next bit, which is an activity of a word search. And we have 5 different words to find. So no need to write this down in your books because it's right here. Just have a look at the screen. We've got 5 words. They are height, history, imagine, increase, and important. And you might be able to find some other words in there too. But if you can find those, then well done. So pause the video now, see if you can spot them in this word search. Okay, we'll move on in 3, 2, 1. Now we're looking at prefixes. And I wonder if you already know what a prefix is. Well, if you didn't, it's up there on the screen anyway, and this lovely person here has told us. They say that a prefix is a group of letters added before a root word to alter or change its meaning and create a new word. Okay, and today we are going to concentrate on 2 particular prefixes. We're looking at re, words that start with re as a prefix, and words that start with by as a prefix as well. Let's have a look at some examples. Well, what do they actually mean? We've got re, and that usually means again. So something's happened before, it's happening again. So the example here says repay. So that must mean that you have paid something before, and you're going to repay it again. So it's happening again. By is the other prefix, and that usually means 2. Or twice. So for example here we have the word bilingual. Now that means that you can speak 2 languages, and a lot of people I know in this class can speak English and they can speak Czech. Maybe there are more languages than in this class that I didn't know about. You clever people. But what I'd like you to do next is use each of those words in the example, repay and bilingual, in a sentence of your own with capital letter and a full stop. So pause the video now and see if you can come up with a sentence for each word. We'll have a look at more of these types of words in 3, 2, 1. Let's read these words together and we're going to see what this prefix does to these words. Why do they have this prefix? Well, bicycle. Now it's called a bicycle because it has 2 wheels and that's how we travel on them. Although there's a unicycle, that would have 1 wheel. Biplane. Now that's a 2-seater plane. Okay. Bisect, that's to cut something in 2. Bilingual, we know about that, 2 languages. Biannual, now annual means year. So if something is biannual, it means it happens twice a year. And then we look at the re prefix on these words. So we've got reappear, so I'm appearing now, but then I might disappear. Oh look, I have reappeared again. There we go. Redecorate. Well, maybe I decorated the house about 5 years ago. It got a bit dirty, so I needed to redecorate. Reapply. Now, maybe if you're applying for a job that you used to have, then you would have to reapply to that job. Repay. Now that means that you've paid something before, but you're having to repay it again. And we often find that with like phone bills, for example. So you pay for your phone once a month, and then the next month you'll repay that same payment. And then rebuild. So you might, if your house gets knocked down, you might have to rebuild it because you'd have to build it again. And that is why those words have those prefixes. So what I want you to do is write those words neatly into your book because they're going to come in very useful if you do that in a moment. Just be careful to check your spellings as you copy them down. We'll move on in 3, 2, 1. Okay, and this is why they might come in handy. What we're going to do, one by one, we're going to look at it. So the top word is bicycle. We say it out loud, like I just did. Bicycle. Then we cover it up, and then we try to remember the spelling and copy it down next to it. Look, say, cover, write, check. So we looked, we said it, bicycle. Cover it, write it, try and write it, all the letters in the right order. And then uncover it, and then check your spelling against the first one. And make any corrections next to it if you got anything wrong. Okay, try to work your way through all 10 of those spellings, doing the same thing for each. And then maybe if you finished, then underneath you could think of some other words which have the bi or the re prefix. There's a lot out there. Can't wait to see what you come up with. Pause the video now and have a go at that. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to have a look at some handwriting. We've got 2 joins to practice today. We've got her and we've got men. Let's have a look to see how that's done. Okay, we're back here with her. And we start on the line. We go all the way up to the top, all the way down. Then you see that H, it curves halfway up the line, flicks into the E, loops around, up to the top of the R, down and then up and then flick at the end. So it's a little bit longer than the ones that we practiced before, but let's have a look at it one more time. And remember, we're going to have to do 5 of these joins each. So 5 of these, just like it has on the screen there, and then circle your favourite one. Okay, once you've done that, there's another one that we need to look at. Let me just get it on the screen. Here is our next join. It's men. So we're going to start on the line. Only halfway up this one. Nice M, all the way into the loop of the E, to the top of the N, down, curl and flick. So let's play it one more time. And remember that once we've watched this, we need to do it 5 times ourselves and circle your favourite one. Very good. Now let's have a look at the words that these joins are involved in. We have women, mention, heard and herself. So your last job today for spelling and handwriting is to use the best joins that we've just practiced there. Best handwriting with the spelling all good. You need to copy down with these words 3 times each. So women, 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 mention, 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 heard, 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 herself, herself, herself. And then once we've done that, that's the end of spelling and handwriting today, and you can come back tomorrow and join me for more.